Hey there, Sidekicks Nation. It is Thursday, June the 22nd, and welcome to Powerful Days with Manny Cabrera. I am your host, Manny Cabrera. I hope that you are having an amazing Thursday and that you are ready to rock and roll. So today, I want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that I've actually talked about with some of the kids in our summer camp over the last day or so. And so I'm going to give everybody a chance to log on real quick. And if you're here, do me a solid down in the comments section. Let me know that you're here. Just say, hey, what's up? What's crack-a-lackin'? I'm actually going to pop over and do a little bit of a sound check real quick, and then we're going to get cranking. As always, with anything that we're doing, I really appreciate it if you really enjoy the content that you're getting, that you let somebody know. You share this on your wall. You share this with your significant other, anybody that you think could benefit from the information that we're talking about. So I'm going to really quick. I'm going to do a sound check. Significant other. Boom. All set. All right. So give it another second or two, just down in the comments section. Really get it cranking. I want to show you something really cool. I don't know if you've started seeing the announcements for, if you like superhero movies or not, but the next X-Men movie that they're going to be releasing, that Fox is releasing, is going to be the Dark Phoenix saga. So I don't know if you're familiar with it, but I've actually had this book, which is basically the comic book, like just a reprint of all the comics. I've had this for years and years because it's one of my favorite stories, so I'm actually really excited about that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So you guys, if here at Sidekicks, we actually have two locations. We have one in the Fishhawk area in the south, in the Brandon area of Hillsborough County. And we have one up in just over the county line in Pasco County in the Meadow Point neighborhood in Wesley Chapel. And basically what we do is we help children, and we help adults and teens basically become the best version of themselves physically, intellectually, emotionally, socially, through, some pretty amazing kids martial arts programs, a really tremendous fitness kickboxing program called I Love Kickboxing, as well as a really cool Israeli self-defense program called Krav Maga. So I was actually sitting with our 10 and 11 and 12-year-old summer campers today, and I was really talking to them a little bit about, they were asking me about martial arts and how they're quizzing me about my martial arts career and the things that we've done over the years, and I was really talking to them kind of what I feel is the core of the martial arts, and really it helped me kind of to what I want to talk to you guys about today is really talk about what I feel the mission for Sidekicks, or at least what my goal is in working with kids and teaching them martial arts. Because honestly, if I really just kind of saw it as my job as to only teach people how to fight, quite frankly, we know through our Krav Maga program that we could do it in a really short period of time, but you know what? Where does that leave children? They just know how to fight really well, and so I really just kind of, with our martial arts program, there's always been a goal about self-perfection. Self-protection, protection, is a really, incredibly powerful tool that everybody needs to learn. But if we have kind of a higher goal of self-perfection and really be involved in what kind of kids the students that we produce are, they're actually going to live happier, healthier, lives. Because let's be realistic, the idea of self-defense, is a lot of times about playing the statistics. You're actually unlikely, even with when they say 1 in 3 women are going to be attacked in their lifetime, or whatever those statistics are, it doesn't mean that necessarily if you put 1, 2, 3, statistically 1 in 3 might get attacked, but it might not be those 3. We live in a relatively safe area, but you're unlikely as a whole, as a percentage of the population, to be the victim of an attack. So in the case of children, I want them to be prepared. It's the responsible thing to help children be prepared against any kind of danger that might come their way. But the skills that they learn through the martial arts are more likely to be learned, through their everyday lives. For their ability to demonstrate discipline in the martial arts is going to help them to demonstrate that same discipline in their academics. And we actually talked about how the Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather fight, it really doesn't matter what your opinion of the actual fight is, but you got to recognize that both of these two people are athletes that train and train and train and train. They've exhibited discipline and focus and concentration, and they work hard. And every step of the way, they have, risen to the top of their respective field. Floyd Mayweather, in his interview, I saw, he talked about the fact that he has been a belt holder or world champion since the 90s. I mean, he's been at the top of his boxing game for nearly 20 years. That's an incredible accomplishment for anybody. And the same goes for Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor basically went from nothing financially, and in his life to, being at the top of the MMA field, and now poised for one of the biggest paydays ever, in combat sports. And so, we identified kind of like because it was kind of the hot topic, we kind of identified all of the things that really made those guys to become the best at what they do. It takes discipline, because they got to get up every single day, and they got to train, and they got to eat right, and they got to follow their coach's prescriptions. And, all of those things are same characteristics of what makes somebody a great black belt in the martial arts. And then we took those things and what are the characteristics that make somebody become a groundbreaking or award-winning cancer researcher, or, somebody who is an incredible, attorney. What are those characteristics that make those people really good at what they do? And we identified, again, it takes the discipline, it takes focus, it takes concentration, having a plan, setting goals, and then not just setting goals, attacking those goals and smashing them. Every student that comes through here, what our goal for them is to become a better version of themselves. And we do it with martial arts, obviously. But it's the main point of it is we want them to become thriving members of society. We want to end cancer. How do we do it? Well, we got people, we support cancer research now, and we arm the next generation of scientists and researchers and encourage them to, actualize in the direction of what is important or what their gifts are. So those are kind of the things that we do in the martial arts to kind of make that jump from, okay, this is what you need in order to be successful in the martial arts. Well, all those same principles, all those same characteristics are all the same ones that make you a good doctor, make you a good attorney, make you a good teacher, make you a great author. Maybe even our next generation of politicians, or even one of those types of mathematicians I don't even know the names of. Those are the same skill sets. In fact, one of the things that me and my wife actually agreed upon early in raising our children is that we weren't going to spend a lot of time talking to our kids about how smart they are or how good looking they are, although they are very handsome because they take after their mom, and they are very smart, again, because they take after their mom. But we were going to emphasize the characteristics that we think that were great characteristics of how it was going to make them a successful person at life. And so, we talk to them about how kind they are when they take it, when they do something, or, how much hard work goes into something, or, how great their accomplishment is because they kept their focus, or, whatever it is. We emphasize the characteristic of it that's going to make them successful, not just, oh, you're so smart, you're so great, you're so, which all of those things they are. And we do the same thing in the martial arts. We don't just say, oh, you have such tremendous kicks. Well, yes, you have great kicks because you practice really, really hard, and that's the reason why you're having a great kick. Or you practice, whatever, you're getting better at your movement because you take direction very well. You apply what the coach or the instructors tell you. All of those things are the critical processes of what helps someone become a great martial artist. Well, those same principles of that, that it takes in order to become a great martial artist, that's what we didn't start to make that jump with them. We actually talk about it. We don't want to leave it up to osmosis, that they're going to just miraculously become more disciplined at school. There will be times when they start to accidentally, you may notice as a parent in our program, they may start saying yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am, or yes, ma'am, or no, sir. I think I got them all right. To you at home. But what it takes is making that mental connection. Hey, you remember when you did this at martial arts? Well, when you do the same thing with your spelling words, by practicing your spelling words over and over again, that's how you get the 100% on the test. when you do this, when you do this, when you overcame this challenge, learning this move in your martial arts class with your form, well, that same kind of perseverance and persistence is what's going to help you to overcome, the overwhelming size of this project that you have to do for school. And so once they become adults, they become people who are very adaptable, because all along we've been teaching them a self-language that goes on in their brain of how to overcome challenges. Okay, when I did this here, this is the type of thing that's going to help me overcome this here. Okay, Manny, you can do it. You got it. Good job. And so all of those are the types of things that we want to help children learn through our martial arts program. That's what my mission is. My mission, of course, we're going to teach people how to defend themselves. They're going to be great martial artists. They're going to have excellence, because accepting anything less than that is not as part of who we are as people. You know what I mean? As martial artists. But the goal is bigger, and over here is self-defense, and over here is great technique, and over here, are all the things about martial arts, but this is the big thing. You got to have a big idea, because it's the big idea that's going to sustain you through a long process, like earning your black belt in the martial arts, or getting fit, or getting your PhD, or, graduating from college, or, excelling at work, or being a great parent. Whatever, the thing is that's your goal for life, or your goal for right now, that's what it takes. It takes something bigger than the actual thing. When I'm consulting with business owners, we talk about how it's never the actual thing that you need to be worried about. Like, of course, you're going to be able to teach great classes, or of course, you're going to be a great, your people are going to be great coaches, and your teams are going to be great teams. But there has to be something bigger. You have to be on a bigger mission. And that's what you want to be focused on. That's how we help kids, is by focusing on what our mission is here at Sidekicks. So I hope that you enjoyed the kind of the insight into what we're talking about. So, I talked about with some of our kids today. I feel like they went away, even if they only understood a little bit. The next time we talk about it, they'll understand a little bit more, and over time, they're going to really get that message. As long as, they continue to enjoy and thrive in the martial arts. So this has been episode 17 of Powerful Days with Manny Cabrera. I want you to go and make it a powerful rest of your day, and I'm going to see you here tomorrow for our Friday episode. So we'll talk to you guys again soon. Make it a powerful day.